Good morning, y'all. It is Smc-Cyr back with another daily boot camp video. It is day 5. Let's get this shit strong. Let's get this shit going. Alright, so first of all, let's just do a little market recap of today. Right, we still coming into market open. We haven't filled the new week opening gap, right? Um, and when we started to fill that gap on ES, I was like, okay, there's probably a rejection block up here. So that's exactly what I marked out. And this would have been my short idea, just shorting from the 50% of this rejection block, essentially, would have been my short idea, obviously with an internal liquidity sweep, um, and then obviously shorts would have been taken down to this PPI data low today, but that is just not the case of that how it worked. So no trades for me today actually. I missed that trade essentially in the rejection block that I could have taken, but I'm done and I'm working on this video now. So essentially today we are going to be talking about break of structures, and that's about it. And then after that I'm going to be doing um, just a little something to end the video off today, probably. But without further ado, break of structure, otherwise known as BOS, right? That's just like what it's simplified as. This is a confirmation confluence. It is not a. It's essentially like a liquidity sweep, right? Confirmation, right? Okay. So this isn't used as your entry, essentially. I don't personally enter off of a break of structure, because there a lot of the time could be like a pullback. It couldn't just be like straight just going up, you know. Sometimes you gotta look for more of a precise entry. But essentially, all a break of structure is when a price breaks a higher low made in previous time, and the break must be the whole candle, not just the wick. And it's used to help identify bias, can provide trade entries, and help figure out where price might go. So I will mark out probably 10 break of structures for y'all today right now. Alright. Here we go. Here is a break of structure for you guys. Right, you take your horizontal ray and you mark out this internal high right here, right? So as you can see, obviously, it takes us a couple candles to break structure here, right? But we also get another thing that I have not taught you guys yet. This would have been even enough of an entry, probably. Um, just as a wacky time, really. We'd kind of just pumped overnight here. But you guys get the gist of this already, I'm assuming. It's not really that hard. So, what we'll actually do is highs equal a green, then a red candle. Low is equal red, then a green candle. Right? So in my case, it's white then blue, and then blue then white for a low, right? The color of your candlesticks doesn't matter at all. It's just personal preference, really. So here, I'll make this a little bit bigger for you guys. Okay, you guys can screenshot that if you want. Um, Highs are essentially green and then a red candle, and then lows are a red and then a green candle, right? So going back to this little break of structure that I marked out. So as you can see, I marked out this high right here, right? And we break structure on this candle, because it closes above that high, as you can see, right? And then from there, we literally just pump. You could just target LRL, essentially, low resistance liquidity, for this trade idea. But that's just off of a single 5-minute inverse and 5-minute break of structure. Whoa, this is pretty cool, actually. You seen this? 5 wicks at the exact same level. That is very interesting, actually. Very, very interesting. I don't have those on yet. I mean, NAS. We haven't taken that out yet either. Okay. So you guys kind of get the gist of this already, huh? So here's another one we'll do. We'll go into replay and we'll go right here. Okay. So as you can see, we've just formed a low, correct? Correct. Right? Okay. So now we either want to wait for this high or this low to break, or this high to break, essentially. If you want to look at it like that, you can. Right? So waiting for those to break, potentially waiting for a new gap to inverse, and we just wait for a close above or below the internal high. Okay, we close below, we can just essentially target to this low, right? But you shouldn't take all break of structures, right? As you can see, this one didn't really play out that well, and wow, it didn't play out to my liking at all, but that is what it is. Alright, we'll mark out a couple more here. Alrighty. Let's go mark this one out. Alright, so does... Here, I'll make this bigger for you guys. Okay, this is the high that I marked out, right? At what point does market break structure? Market breaks structure when that candle closes above the high, right? You're essentially making a higher high then. Just think about it like that when you're break structure. Higher high or a lower low. Right? As you can see, we made a higher high than this one. We made a higher high than this one. So that means that we're going to cycle into bullish price action. So yes, on this candle right here at 115, we do not fucking break structure. We do not. Alright? However, at 120, we close right above, right? We close right above that high. So then we consider, okay, that is a break of structure. Market could potentially look to continue higher from this point, right? So determining bias, finding entries, you guys get the gist of this, right? This is the easiest confluence. This is like a 15-minute video max probably for you guys today. But That's really everything that I can think of for break of structures. I don't use them too often to actually enter trades, but a lot of beginner traders really like break of structure because it's just so easy, you know, and it kind of just helps you get a better understanding at first of how price wants to break out in certain scenarios, you know? But without further ado, this is day 4 of me learning how to play the guitar. So, I'm gonna play a little song for you guys here. Fuck. Alright. Any guesses what song that is? Leave them in the fucking comments. That is all we have on the agenda for today, is just keeping it simple, keeping it stupid, just going over break of structures, confirmation confluence, essentially breaks a high or low made in previous time. That's when it occurs. The break must not be the whole or it must be the whole candle, not just the wick. All right, guys. So yeah, I think that will be all for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, Thursday, on the 16th. You guys have a fucking wonderful day. Peace out.